A voice calm, reflected in the 1960s. Two powerful voices rose from the struggle for black freedom in America. One spoke from the pulpit, the other spoke from the streets. One believed America redeem its promise through love and nonviolence. The other believed dignity must be defended by any means necessary. History often tried to paint them as opposites, but the truth is deeper. One was the shield, the other was the sword, and together they helped change the course of a nation. Two voices when the pressure was real. Malcolm the sword and Martin the shield. Different roads, but the mission revealed. Freedom for people, the system concealed. From the church bells to the militant field. Truth in the words, both leaders revealed. History show when the struggle was real. You need both the sword and the shield. Atlanta streets where the sermons will ring. Young Martin Luther King Jr. learned the faith from a king. Ebenezer Church in a stable domain. Believe in love could dismantle the chain. Study the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi's way. Nonviolent truth is a weapon to sway. March in the daylight, expose the lie. Let the world see injustice, and that's why. Meanwhile, the North told a different tale. Young Malcolm X growing up in the racial hell. Father murdered, mother lost in the pain. Family split by the system's chain. So Malcolm saw truth through a different lens. Freedom ain't given when oppression begins. What King saw reform in America's field. Malcolm said power must be revealed. Voices when the struggle was real. Malcolm the sword and Martin the shield. Different strategies, history revealed. Justice demanded the sword and the shield. Two voices when the struggle was real. Malcolm the sword and Martin the shield. Different strategies, history revealed. Justice demanded the sword and the shield. King in the streets with a march and a prayer. Faith and redemption through courage to care. Southern campaigns where the dogs would attack. Yet he never once told his people fight back. Meanwhile, Malcolm from prison reborn. Through the teachings that pride could be worn. Following the path Marcus Garvey revealed. Black self-determination must be real. Separate visions for liberation's path. One spoke love, one spoke righteous wrath. But both looked out at the same battlefield. Different strategies, same destiny sealed. Because freedom demands both heart and steel. Moral authority and power reveal. History later would slowly reveal. They were always the sword and the shield. Two voices when the struggle was real. Malcolm the sword and Martin the shield. Different strategies, history reveal. Justice demanded the sword and the shield. Two voices when the struggle was real. Malcolm the sword and Martin the shield. Different strategies, history reveal. Justice demanded the sword and the shield. Love is the weapon that conquers the night.
Love without power won't win the fight.
Justice must show the world who we are.
Justice means never accepting the scar.
Expose the violence so conscience can wait.
Or stand and defend what the system would take.
We change the nation through courage and grace.
We change the nation when fear leads our face.
Nonviolence proves who the aggressors be. Self-defense shows what dignity means. Different methods, but history reveal. Freedom needed the sword and the shield. The world was changing beyond US lines. Africa rising from colonial times. Malcolm saw freedom on the global stage. Inspired by leaders like Patrice Lumumba's rage. Pilgrimage to Mecca opened Malcolm's sight. Humanity broader than racial fight. While King saw poverty's deeper chain. And war overseas bringing moral stain. Both began seeing the system more clear. Civil rights alone wasn't the frontier. Human rights struggled a larger field. Two visions slowly beginning to build. Though fate cut short what the future might yield, history still echoes the sword and the shield. Cause freedom movements throughout every field still carry the lessons they reveal.
Have voices when the struggle is real. Carry the sword and protect with the shield. Learn from the leaders the past has revealed. Justice requires the sword and shield. One show courage through love and appeal. One show power, refusing to kneel. If we build what their vision revealed, we become the sword and the shield.
They walk different roads, for today remains. Movements need vision. Movements need courage. Movements need both. The sword and the shield.